3T! There he is, 3T. In there to mess up your world. Okay, everything that you guys did before is the same almost. You gotta get the cosine alone. So here we go. I'm gonna move the 1 over to the other side. And then divide both sides by 2. So that goes away. So now I have cosine 3t equals 1/2. Now this problem, you guys are getting confused by the 3, but it's still saying the same thing. What do you have to plug into here to get 1/2? Like what would have to be inside that cosine to get 1/2? What would this have to equal to get 1/2? It needs to equal whatever the angle is for, oh man, those are bad circles. Right here and right here. What are the angles that will give you this and this? So 3t has to equal pi over 3 and 3t has to equal, what's the other one? 5 pi over 3? Okay, well 3t is the inside of cosine, right? Yeah. So we have to find out what t is so that we get 3 pi, or pi over 3. So, do you guys know how to do that? Do you guys know how to do that? What? How do we get t alone?
Divide by 3.
Divide by 3. Now, if I divide by 3, isn't that the same as multiplying by 1/3? Yeah, I like to multiply 1/3 because I have a fraction right there, so I get t equals pi over 9. Now think about that. If I took, just think for a second. If I took pi over 9 and plugged it into this t, what would that equal? What is 3 times pi over 9? It'd be pi over 3. And cosine of pi over 3 would equal 1/2, right? Does that make sense to you guys? Okay. Now remember before how we would have to add the period to this? What's the period for this function? Ooh, some of you guys like, oh, I totally deleted that from my memory. How do you find the period for cosine of 3t? It's 2 pi over 3n. So this would be your answer. Now, hey, the book does a cool thing right here. And I still have to solve this one. So I want to show you guys how the book does it. The book says, let's add the period right now. That's how the book does it. It adds the period early, and then it gets the t alone. How do I get the t alone now? Divide by 3. Same thing as over here, right? So multiply by 1/3. So I get, I'll go times 1/3 right here, so that this becomes a 1. And so I get 1t equals, and now I have to multiply this by 1/3. So you see how you kind of get the same thing? I don't know which one you guys like better. It doesn't really matter because they're all the same. Do you like it?